Namaste, it's Shiva here, and I wanted to pose to you guys the question: how many of you believe there should be a shift in power and resources in the world? Namaste friends, how we doing? Before we get into this video, I actually want to just give a shout out to my next video. What I'm going to be doing in the next video is a new technique for astral projection that I've come up with. Kind of jumping off of Darrow 7's technique, Ryan's technique, but helping you guys anchor more in the heart, and also helping those who maybe can't project out as fast learn a technique to more calmly just float out into the astral realm and with a good anchor in the heart. But now I want to continue with what I have been talking about. And actually I just did a video. I was walking around the grounds, and it was actually kind of distracting. Oh, like the cat licking my leg is distracting, and I didn't come out that good. So I'm redoing the video, sitting with you here with some nice bamboo and trees behind me. That's cool. So anyway, I've been talking a lot about manifestation. Then I talked about the purpose of life being to bring one's higher self identity, one's divine self, into the flesh, and to manifest more of the divine spirit, the source consciousness in physical reality. And lucky for me, upon being connected with this job we have to do, I've found myself now living with people who know very well how to manifest in the physical world. And so you may notice, actually watching me, that I move around a pretty lot. I need, like, one of my jobs here is to be moving energies, conscious energies, around, and move energy from one group to another group, and just keep energy flowing so various groups can keep doing what they're doing. And now I found myself staying with 3 self-made millionaires who are all in their 20s. And it's been a really, really good experience with multi-millionaires, watching all of them very spiritual, all of them very much only in their 20s, and none of them came from money. They all made it themselves. And to help us, we really do need to start changing our beliefs on money. Right now, there's so much identification with how much money controls our lives, that we've forgotten we control the value of money. If I want to give this much money for a service or a product, then that's how much money I'm going to give. If I want, like, the people, humans, money is neutral. It doesn't even mean anything. And humans give the value to it. So by so many people believing that actually, in fact, we are being controlled by money, and other people with much more money than us are in fact controlling us because they have money, we are just giving our power away to it instead of stepping into our power and being able to in fact control money, as we are the manifestors, creators on this planet, and we created money, so we shouldn't forget that. And as far as the super billionaires, there's many super billionaires, which means that in reality there can be many more millionaires. And it's shouldn't be that far out of our realm of perception to with Google alone, you have about 60,000 potential millionaires. That's 60,000 people that could be millionaires within just the capital that Google has. And Google is a big company, but they're not the world. It shouldn't be that far out of our realm of perception to believe that level of abundance is impossible or even wrong. In fact, that level of abundance is very possible, and actually also is good for life. It's just because the fact that we've been weak and foolish enough to allow a manipulation of so many of our brothers and sisters through the masses does not mean we should put ourselves in a position to allow that manipulation to continue by being afraid of money, while at the same time giving money the power so that those who have instilled the fear into us to be afraid of money can continue to use it to control, manipulate, and dominate the world. If you need to accept, it is part of your responsibility to be materially responsible. It is part of your responsibility to go out there and work and manifest and create, so you can aid and shift and help continue the balancing of power, bringing more abundance and more resources from the few and back to the many. It is basically your responsibility to go out and get abundance in your life. Why? Because the more of us people, especially those of us with well-connected consciousness, with high consciousness, getting abundance and integrating our consciousness with that level of abundance in the material plane, the more people who will be manifesting divine spirit in larger ways. How many of you would like to see more ability to manifest come into the hands of people who have more than their own self-interest in mind? So whatever, if you need to double your income, then you need to double your income. If you need to just be more aware of what you're doing with your income, so you can provide and offer the most, this is good. You want to make use of resources. You want to bring more resources to you. You want to use these resources to help other people bring more resources to them. The more resources we bring to ourselves, the more balanced the equation becomes, the more power gets brought back into the hands of the people, the more we can begin to govern ourselves, govern every aspect of our lives, be free and liberated to do what we know is right, and the more that others will follow that. Okay, so you cannot feel bad that if you can be free and can make the rules for your life, that another person isn't. Because by feeling bad and by limiting yourself from that freedom and from that potential, you're actually just adding another person into the collective understanding, the collective flow, ebb and flow of energy, to basically hold people in a slave state. And you free yourself materially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, communally, and then you begin to automatically project liberating energies and aid to the freedom of others. So I've been learning a lot about different forms of kind of being able to attract material abundance into one's life. And actually, really, that doesn't have much at all to do with my purpose here on planet Earth. I'm basically a lot more here to be bridging higher dimensions into the lower dimensions. But as basically this is like, not many people can do that, and I'm doing it. And at the same time, since not many people can do it, it's kind of harder for other people to appreciate that. So it's like, as a second side job, I need to be doing more things here in the physical world that other people can appreciate, even though they're gaining much more from the other work I have to do for my soul's purpose here. The reason I basically prison myself to this funny human body. And if you're one of those people who kind of feels like, oh, like I'm working on all these like other things, then you know what? Take up a second job. Do what push yourself. You're only here now. Okay, we're here now. Wow, you know what? Like literally, I'm this Shiva. Like organize galaxies to allow for the movement of source consciousness to come into systems. But none of that can exist if there isn't a complete connection, a line from source to this, to the outer rims of the universe, to where light is being condensed into physical matter. The connection has to be maintained. And so I'll do a little bit of both worlds, and I'll enjoy that. And that is awesome. And if I'm doing it, you should be doing it. Okay, so even if like last night you were like me and you spent all night not sleeping but in an angelic battle over a portal that was allowing source consciousness to be funneled into this dimension, and basically lost control of that portal to dark lords, omni lords, a type of very high galactic being that writes programs for galaxies and basically does not want to give up control. Is basically what we're doing on the spiritual realm, is shifting out all the old deities, allowing for a new devotion of that connection, that straight line. You know what, we're removing one layer of the helpers that normally help consciousness flow from source to here and from here to source. And in between all these helpers, there is lost movement, lost energy. And so we are kind of just shuffling an entire layer of those out, and they don't want to go. And so they're fighting to keep control of these portals that are shifting source consciousness directly through their dimension and directly into this one. They're fighting to keep control of them. They're fighting to stop the movement of that. And you know what? That's what I fucking do. And you want to know what else I have to do? I have to be manifesting here a life. And I don't want to have to wake up in the morning after fighting for 3-4 days in equivalents and not be able to have an Ayurvedic chef cook my food, and not be able to go swimming in a pool in my backyard. And it's hard work, and there's people doing a lot less work with a lot more. So I want us to move material away from the people who basically probably are completely connected with this other realm that I'm working on, shuffling them out so we can connect more directly with the source, so we can connect more directly with our divine paths, being liberated, being free, and being able to go and complete what we're here to complete without resistance or fear that a material value is going to keep us from being able to do that, or we're going to need to pay some rent so we can't go travel to a specific vortex point. We can't go out and help that person because we need to help ourselves. Well, if we're helping people, it's out there. You can manifest if you put your heart into it. Get in the heart. I'm going to teach you this, how to astral project from the heart. go into the higher realms and channel those downloads directly into your heart center, and that way it will just really empower your soul path, your spirit destiny, by channeling higher dimensional energy into the heart, fully integrates into physical action, and those downloads will be that much more love based. So that's what I'm going to get into in the next video. If you guys got questions or comments, throw them down. Also, if you guys would like to give me a topic, a theme, something we can run about, and anybody who has manifested something crazy awesome in the past week. I know these energies were here. I know the solar manifestation was going on. I know things were crazy awesome. So if you've manifested something crazy awesome, put it down there too. And you got ideas, put them down there. Much love to you guys. You guys are awesome, so amazing, so beautiful, and everything is. You're just that amazingly, beautifully awesome. So I've taken this time out of my life and money out of my pocket to come to an event, the Unstoppable Millionaire, where I'm hoping to learn exactly how to do this, and then in turn be able to share the knowledge, wisdom, power, and experience with you guys, and even perpetuate the shift of material resources so we can continue uplifting our fellow brothers and sisters, and you guys can have more and I can have more, and we can go out and share more, we can give more, everybody can build their projects larger and manifest what their hearts are telling them we need to collectively do in our current position.